Welcome to today's global news update. 12-year-old charged after stolen vehicle incident injures Toronto officer. Iran claims success while Israel maintains pressure following U.S. brokered deal. World leaders gather in France for G7 summit discussions. Prime Minister Carney visits region linked to family heritage. 5 children killed in tragic rural Ontario collision. Woman released on bail following vehicle crash at London shopping centre. Montreal culinary community rallies behind popular restaurant. Historic Ukrainian cathedral damaged during Russian attack. Analysts debate impact of US-Iran agreement on Netanyahu's strategic goals. Interlake communities assess flood damage after heavy rainfall. Toronto police say a 12-year-old suspect has been charged with attempted murder after a stolen vehicle allegedly struck an officer and fled the scene. The officer received medical treatment while investigators gathered evidence and reviewed witness accounts. The case has generated discussion about youth crime, stolen vehicles, and public safety. Authorities say the investigation remains active as legal proceedings move forward. Regional tensions remain high as Iran and Israel offer competing narratives regarding the latest diplomatic agreements supported by the United States. Iranian officials describe the outcome as a success, while Israeli leaders continue emphasizing security concerns and military readiness. International observers say the deal's long-term viability will depend on compliance, verification, and continued diplomatic engagement. The situation remains one of the most closely watched issues in global politics. The G7 summit in France brings together leaders from Canada, the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, and representatives from the European Union. Discussions are expected to focus on global economic conditions, security challenges, emerging technologies, climate policy, and international conflicts. Analysts say the meeting provides an important opportunity for coordination among major democratic economies. Several bilateral meetings are also expected on the sidelines of the summit. Prime Minister Mark Carney is undertaking a visit to a region associated with his family heritage while continuing official duties. Political observers note that leaders often use such visits to strengthen community ties and highlight personal connections to Canada's diverse history. The trip includes meetings with local leaders and residents. Analysts say the visit may also carry symbolic significance as Carney continues shaping his public image as Prime Minister. Emergency responders were called to a serious collision in rural Ontario that resulted in the deaths of 5 children. Investigators are examining road conditions, vehicle factors, and witness accounts as they work to determine what happened. Community members, political leaders, and local organizations have expressed condolences to the families affected. The tragedy has renewed discussions about road safety and accident prevention. Court proceedings have resulted in the release on bail of a woman accused in connection with a vehicle crash at a London shopping centre. Authorities continue gathering evidence while preparing for future court appearances. Legal experts note that bail decisions are based on multiple factors, including public safety and flight risk assessments. The incident remains under investigation. Members of Montreal's restaurant industry have publicly expressed support for Arthur's, a well-known local establishment. Chefs and hospitality professionals say the restaurant plays an important role in the city's food culture and community identity. The show of support reflects the close relationships that often exist within the culinary sector. Food enthusiasts and local residents have also joined the conversation. Officials in Ukraine say Russian attacks have caused damage to the historic Dormition Cathedral, a site with deep cultural and religious significance. Heritage advocates warn that continued fighting places important landmarks at risk. International organizations have repeatedly called for the protection of cultural property during armed conflicts. The incident highlights the broader impact of war beyond military objectives. The latest diplomatic developments involving the United States and Iran have prompted debate among analysts regarding their implications for Israeli policy. Some commentators argue the agreement may limit options that Israeli leaders previously sought to pursue, while others believe strategic concerns remain unresolved. Regional security, nuclear issues, and military deterrence continue to shape the discussion. Observers expect further diplomatic activity in the coming weeks. Heavy rain has left parts of Manitoba's Interlake region dealing with flooding, property damage, and transportation disruptions. Residents are working alongside local officials to assess losses and begin recovery efforts. Emergency management teams continue monitoring conditions and providing assistance where needed. The event highlights the challenges communities face when confronted with increasingly severe weather patterns.